I've got to ask you guys about summer baseball in Corunna. You mentioned Mitchell Field, Jared. You guys played all the time at Mitchell Field. That makes me almost sad. I'm curious where you played, Ted, at your Corunna summer baseball.
Yeah.
Because the fenced in field at Elsa Meyer was, for my generation growing up, was like Fenway Park.
Yep.
The fenced in field at Elsa Meyer. When you finally got up to the league where you could play on that field, it was like you were playing at Yankee Stadium, and it was awesome because, it was fenced in, so you could hit home runs. I mean, and I had a bunch of inside the park, like the Little League inside the park home runs where kids are just booting the ball all over the place. I would get a ton of those. But when you could hit a ball over the fence, you felt like you were Babe Ruth or something. So it kind of makes me sad, Jared, that you didn't get to play at that field.
Yeah, I'll just jump in real quick before Jared answers. I was the first generation that actually played at Elsa Meyer in the fence field. And remember, Jared, I was Benny the Jet Rodriguez, so, I pretty much dominated that place over there. But the first place I ever played was at McCurdy Park in the grandstand. Yeah. That was our first ball field as little leaguers, and that was just awesome. You talk, man, about Fenway Park. That was kind of like Tiger Stadium, with the grandstand there and the poles. You were hitting it away from it, but still, it was very cool to play there at McCurdy Park back in the day.
Yeah, this is my problem. This is why I generally think that I fell out of love with baseball. Is I've never seen a home run in person. As a kid, in a game I've been in, I've never hit one. Nothing. And like I said, it's kind of a indictment on Corunna, the fact that the only field that we have that has a fence around it is at Elsa Meyer, and that's for T-ball. So we always used to make fun of Kiwanis Fields in Owasso and this or that. But I tell you what, the fact of hitting a home run, I've always wondered, man, that's probably the best feeling in the world. Not an inside the parker where there's errors, but a out of the park. Get a jog around the bases, home run. I remember my friend Cooper, when he was a really good, he had something like 20 home runs in one season, within a 10-game season, to the point where in playoffs, they took it so serious over there that he only got pitched to 2 or 3 times. They would just intentionally walk him every time he was off because he basically was going out of the park if you threw anything in the zone. So I just missed that opportunity when I was growing up and playing baseball because, man, it's probably the best thing you could do in any sport other than maybe a hole-in-one or knocking somebody out with one punch is just hitting the ball out of the park.
Nothing like it, man.
I love hearing those stories because I know we're going to move on to something else quick, but summer baseball for me, I know we mentioned it when we were talking about kids quitting on the high school, sports or whatever, and how I said I would not miss a summer baseball game. Summer baseball, when I was going through, I'm sure it was for you, Ted. I don't know if it started to back off a little bit, Jared, when you were playing. It was the biggest deal in Corunna, summer baseball. You would sign up before school was done, and, the parents or the coaches would pick their teams, and it'd be a big deal. What team did you land on? Were you sponsored by Brady's Foodland, or we were sponsored by Graham's Accounting a lot, or, who was your sponsor?
Yeah.
You'd go to Super Cone after the game and get your ice cream and stuff. Summer baseball, when I played, when I was growing up in Corunna, it was the biggest deal. You lived for it. You would talk about it when you went back to school the next fall, what team won the championship. It was so cool.
Well, think about this. When I played, this is in the 60s, we had full-fledged uniforms, the wool uniforms, not T-shirts and pants. We had full uniforms with logos on them. I played for the Giants, and it was so huge, summer baseball. They had the annual Memorial Day parade through town, where you had the bike decorating contest and all that. We actually marched, every team marched in their uniforms down Main Street in Corunna as part of the festivities. It was awesome. It was a great time to grow up, I will say that.
That's cool.
Success Group Mortgage and Servicing is a mortgage and land contract services company that's focused on your success. Led by Jim Woodworth, Success Group Mortgage provides one-on-one service with a personal touch. Located in downtown Owasso, call for an appointment at 989-720-4380 or find more info on the web at successgroupmortgage.com. Advanced Elevator Company have expert field technicians for troubleshooting, repair, and installation of elevators. An area business leader and a huge supporter of the Corunna Public Schools. Advanced Elevator. Sheridan Auction Service always has a wide variety of items and real estate on the docket. Stay up to date by checking their website at SheridanAuctionService.com. Looking out for you, Sheridan Auction Service. The CorunnaConnection.com staff knows it's great to be gold. Keep up to date on Cavalier Nation at CorunnaConnection.com. All Corunna, all the time. Rivals Tap House and Grill, the official sports bar of 3 Point Podcast. Keep supporting them by calling in your takeout orders. That's Rivals Tap House and Grill in Corunna at the corner of M21 and State Road. Hankard Sportswear is the area's top clothing and more printing business, located in the heart of Owasso at 116 West Exchange Street. Give them a follow on Facebook at hankard.sportswear. Nelson House Funeral Home's top goal is to serve the families in our community. The number one priority is caring for our friends and neighbors and being right there when you need them the most. Check out more information on the web at nelson-house.com.